Project managers are responsible for so much, it can be extremely overwhelming. But I have you covered because in this video, I'm going to share with you the key project manager's responsibilities that you need to be aware of so that you can be a successful project manager. Before we start, I have some good news for you. I have something for you at the end of this video, and I'm going to share with you how you can get your hands on some 6 basic tips that you're going to need on top of these project manager's responsibilities. So stay tuned for that, and I'll share with you how you can get your hands on that at the end. Hi, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Adriana Girdler, and you have landed on the best practical project management channel out there in YouTube world, my humble and personal opinion. Now, if you are loving this type of content, then I would be so grateful if you subscribe to our channel. It tells YouTube that we're doing a really good job, and you're gonna get new videos every week as well. So on that note, let's go to those project manager responsibilities. Planning. This is, oh my goodness, it's the baseline for everything. It's your project plan. You have to make sure that you have everything you need to be successful, but not only for yourself, for your team. So a project manager's huge responsibility is to ensure that they have the plan from the action task perspective, timeline perspective, budget perspective, and to ensure that your team has everything that they need at their fingertips, because it's through the plan and the reiterations of the plan as it kind of develops and gets fine-tuned as time progresses that a project manager is really focused their attention on to really you and the team to ensure that you're going to deliver exactly what it is you promised that you laid out in your scope. Establish the vision. What? Yes, the vision is so important as a responsibility. It is your background information. It's the justification. It's the why you're doing what you're doing. I promise you, as a project manager, you have to motivate your individuals on your team, and a good way to do that is to give them the vision behind the project. So everyone understands the why. That's just going to ensure a really successfully run project, and it connects the dots so people understand and know why they're doing what they're doing. Communication, another big responsibility, because it's not just communicating within your project team, it's communicating with all stakeholders. So you have to communicate on project status updates, reporting, you have to communicate with your team. It's really anything that's going on with the project. You want to make sure your steering committee is communicated to, your sponsors communicated with. It's really everything that you are doing, and the progress of that becomes really important from a communication standpoint and a big responsibility of a project manager. Monitoring the project. Okay, as a responsibility of a project manager, not only do you have to build the plan and communicate, you have to monitor the project. So monitoring is a couple of things. It's not just monitoring of the action plan itself and if tasks are completed or not. It's monitoring of the schedule. Do you have any dependencies that maybe are not coming to fruition? Any risks are popping up? It's all of that monitoring, looking at it holistically to ensure that you have everything covered to the best of your ability. It's not going to be perfect. It never is, just so you know, but enough where you're minimizing the risk. So that monitoring of the plan and doing it through specific techniques like your action plan, like a risk mitigation plan, that's all going to help you really ensure your success. Managing documents and reports. All right, we already know that there's a lot of things you have to manage, but guess what? All of those things that you have to manage all actually come down to the paperwork that they're on. So there's documentation that you have to manage. So yes, it's not only looking at the plan and deciphering it and strategizing around it and ensuring that you can tactically execute on it. You now have to keep all those documents up to date. A really successfully run project is when something pops up, you have the ability very quickly to go to a folder, a file, a document with all the latest information. So as much as it is about executing and doing all those other planning stuff and risk mitigation, it's also ensuring all of the documentation you have on your project are up to date. It is worth the energy and effort, particularly when things come to fruition and you can, in a matter in seconds, pull something up. So it's not just your documentation, but also your file management as well. Just keep it clean and keep it updated. Presenting. Yes, project manager is the voice of the project, representing the project team. And for majority of projects, you usually have senior executives, other individuals and stakeholders that you have to present to. Could be presenting status updates, could be a big milestone that you've just completed in a project, but the fact is you are the voice of the project representing your team, and you're going to have to present. So really fine-tuning your presentation skills, getting really good documentation, that's going to help you as well for presenting, so you can always present the latest stuff, is a big responsibility of a project manager. Team building. You know, projects don't happen on their own. They're not just about tasks. It's about the people behind those that are actually doing the execution of those tasks. So you want to make sure that your team is connected, they're inspired, and that they feel that they really are becoming a synergistic unit as a team. So there's some team building, and I'm not saying you got to do like traditional team building stuff, because some people don't like that. Even it's simply just getting together, sharing learnings, having lunch, just really connecting as a group of individuals can be a great team building activity in itself. But team building and ensuring that your team is tight is going to help move you through stages of projects in a very effective and efficient way. Project maintenance. All right, now that your project is over, you got to maintain it. And what I mean by that? Well, you got to do your after action review. You want to file all your documents away so that you can have it for the next learnings. You also want to connect with the customer who's receiving the deliverable that you just finished on your project. Is everything good on that end? Do you have to have a smaller team to maybe help out with a few minor things that are going to have to be looked at because it's now in fruition and it's now being used live, whatever it is, and maybe some things are going to pop up to the surface? That maintenance is critical. Your project does not stop at go live. It actually stops a few weeks or months after go live, because you have to monitor what's going on, that whole maintenance aspect. So ensure that you close the loop. Your date is not go live. The date to your closure of the project is when the maintenance is all complete. All right, now that you have all those amazing project responsibilities as a project manager, I guess project manager responsibilities, 6 basics you still need to know. I highly recommend you get this. The link is underneath this video. It's free for you, my gift to you. I want to give you what you need and give you all the information so you can be successful at projects. Projects are awesome to run when you are very clear with what you have to do. So on that note, go run a project. And I hope that you learn all those responsibilities that I just shared with you right now and you implement them. Hey, if you do, comments below. Until the next video, see you later.